Hello, everybody. This is Cutler here on the Let's Talk to Cutler program. It is day number 365, and in just a few hours, we will transform, we'll morph, we'll walk, we'll leap over into a new year. And I know lots of us are preparing to celebrate different ways. Some of us will celebrate virtually, some of us will celebrate on the phone with families, some of us will celebrate safely in small gatherings. And I'll just make sure that this is just an abbreviated and abridged version. So tonight, I'm only going to be with you for about 900 seconds rather than the 1800 that I'm typically sharing with you. And what I want to do is to just express my gratitude. I also want to offer a couple of words of inspiration, and then I want to extend a benediction for the year. And I will do all of that right after this. But make sure you share and let somebody know that Let's Talk to Cutler is on the air. I'll be right back.
Let's talk to God. One more thing, like, subscribe, and share. Come on, let's talk to God. Woo!
I'm back, and I hope you all enjoyed that intro as much as I did. It's December 31st, and this is a special New Year's Eve edition here on the Let's Talk the Cutler program. I am usually with you every Tuesday and Thursday for 1800 seconds, but because it's a New Year's Eve special edition, I'm only going to be here for 900 seconds. So make sure that you, if you haven't already done so, make sure that you like the conversation. And if this is your first time to this program, please make sure that you subscribe to my channel. Make sure that you click on that bell so you can be notified whenever I go live or whenever I upload any new content. I am excited about getting to the end of the year. And you all know what we've been doing here on this program. We've been reading and talking from this book, Billboards to Better, 366 Daily Sources of Motivation and Inspiration Along the Highway of Life. We've been doing this thing together every Tuesday and Thursday at 8 o'clock. If you don't have the book, you can run on over to Amazon.com, pick it up. Or you can run over to my website, gbcutler.com, and pick it up. I'm here every Tuesday, Thursday for 1800 seconds in whatever space you allow me to share, whether it's your living room, your kitchen, your dining room, your front porch, your back porch, your car, if you're driving carefully, but whatever space you allow me to share. I've been so thankful for that. What I want to do is just to share a couple of things with you. Just a couple of inspirational quotes that I want to share with you, and we will jump right on over into the new year in a few hours. But I'm going to shout out in just a few moments in the conversation. I'll shout out our LTTC VIPs for the evening. All right, don't want to forget you all. But again, I'm so thankful. This has been a wonderful year. It's been a challenging year. The year hasn't been all bad, and it hasn't been all good either. But we've endured, we've sustained, we've maintained, we've survived, and we are now here. Several people started the year off with us and did not make it, but it is a blessing to be able to be here and to be able to still share this space with you. So thank you for meeting me here every Tuesday and Thursday, or even if you watch the replay. Thank you so much for sharing this time and this space with me. I don't take it for granted, but I've been made better because of my time that is spent with you, because of this journey that we're taking together. So as much as some of you have been encouraged and you've been sending me your emails, I want to say thank you, because I'm encouraged for the time that we share this space. Thank you. My heart is made glad. All right. What I want to do is go ahead and get started because I only have 900 seconds. So I want to make sure that it counts tonight. We're only going to read two of the quotes. We're going to start with the one for December the 31st. Today is December 31st, and that's the one that we are going to read. And it says, "There is no expiration date on God's ability to answer prayers." I purposefully wrote that and placed it on December 31st because I know so many times, you all, we will set goals, we will set schedules, we will set limits, and we will set deadlines. And whenever something does not happen within the time frame that we set, we become discouraged, we become disappointed, we become despondent, and sometimes we even become depressed, and we fall into what I call these downward spirals. But you all know, you hear me every Tuesday and Thursday, whenever we go off the air, I always say to you, keep your heads up and keep your hopes up, you all, because I'm still expecting that dreams will come true. I'm expecting that miracles will manifest because what I said anecdotally in the book is this: just when it looks like you've run out of time, God will either extend the deadline or he will reset the clock. And I'm telling you all this. I'm so thankful that God is eternal. So that means whatever I expected, whatever I hoped to occur by December 31st, if it didn't happen by December 31st, God is not moved by that, you all. So I want you all to keep hoping, keep on hoping. I say it again every Tuesday and Thursday: keep your heads up, but more importantly, keep your hopes up, because hope means that you have an expectation that something will happen. And I want you to know, as we're going out of this year, if you have faith, you have the ability to have hope. If you have faith, you have the ability to have hope, because you've heard it: faith is the substance of things hoped for. What does that mean in a nutshell? It means that as you're going out of 2020 into 2021, I always say this: if I didn't believe that he could, I wouldn't expect that he would. There is no limitation, no expiration date on God's ability to answer prayer. We set the timelines, we set the goals, we set the deadlines, and then we get upset when God doesn't meet our deadline. I suppose rhetorically he would say, I didn't set the deadline to start with. He is infinite. He is perpetual. He is ongoing. We say it all the time. He is everlasting, from everlasting to everlasting. He is all of infinity. He is all of infinity, you all. So if it didn't happen in 2020, keep looking for your dreams to come true. If it didn't happen in 2020, keep looking for those miracles to manifest. Keep looking. Truly, it is beyond the sky. That is the limit. It is beyond the sky. That's the limit. Don't you set yourself up for failure by setting a deadline that God didn't set for you. You keep dreaming. You go right into 2021 dreaming, go into 2021 hoping, go into 2021 looking for newness, looking for possibilities, because they all do exist. I want to go into January 1st for you. I want to go to January 1st and read the quote for January 1st. Again, we're reading from this book. You all, again, go ahead and make sure that you do a thumbs up on the conversation to just say to me, I'm enjoying our time spent together. And it also says to YouTube, that's some pretty good content. The quote for January 1st says this: if you are not willing to be critiqued by others, you're not improving yourself, you're just recycling yourself. Some of you have heard me say that. I think that in order to be made better, in order for us to grow and develop and improve, we have to hear the things that are not always so good about us. And we have to be open to that, because if we don't improve, you all, we're just recycling. We are never presenting the world. We're never presenting tomorrow a better person. We're presenting tomorrow in the world with a recycled person, with a recycled being. Recycled plans and recycled hopes and recycled dreams. But there is something wonderful when we can offer a new and improved, a fully developed and a more matured me tomorrow than there was yesterday. So that's what we're going to do. And how the quote says, you have to be willing to be critiqued by others. And I understand the vulnerability of being critiqued by others. So, I often say, you have the power to eject people out of your life when their brick does not fit the foundation that you're trying to build. So everybody doesn't get to critique you. Everybody doesn't get to give you an opinion about you. But for me, going into 2021, you all, if it's about being made better, I'm in it to win it. That's me. If it means that I'm going to be made better, I am in it to win it. I'm going to be open to being critiqued. But what I'm not going to be open up to is to be destroyed. You can critique me. You get to critique me. And I want to share this with you all. As you're going into 2021, be open to be made better, however it looks and whatever that looks like for you. And open yourself up to be critiqued, but not destroyed. You don't get to come here with a hidden agenda. No, been through too much in 2021, been through ups and downs, ins and outs and roundabouts. And so I'm not up for any of the tricks at all. But what I'm willing to hear is how I can be made better. So bring me your critique, but don't you bring me your efforts to destroy me. I'm open for feedback, and I'm sharing this with you. I challenge us all. Be open for feedback, but I'm not open for poison. Give me the feedback that is going to nurture me. Give me the feedback that is going to cause me to grow. Give me the feedback that is going to cause me to develop. Give me the feedback that is going to lead me to some kind of self-actualization. But don't you dare slip poison in there. Don't you dare slip your own agenda in there. I'm not up for that. If there's anything, and I want to share this with you all because I only have 900 seconds. If there's anything that looks like manipulation, I don't want a part of it. If there's anything that looks like a superiority complex, I don't want a part of it. If there's anything that looks like an alter super ego, I don't want a part of it. Bring me your critique, not your hidden agenda. Bring me your critique. I don't want to hear anything that deals with your trying to suppress me. No. My ears are too sharp now. After everything, you all listen. We've been through too much in 2020. Our eyes ought to be sharp. Our vision ought to be sharp. Our listening and hearing ought to be sharp by now. So then when people bring stuff, listen, I just don't bring me any negativity. Bring me your critique, but don't bring me your negativity. Bring me anything that is going to cause me to be made better. I'm open. I'm willing to hear that. And that's what I want to share with us this evening. If it didn't happen in 2020, there is no expiration on God's ability to do what he's going to do. So don't fall into a downward spiral. Don't become depressed. You set the deadline. God didn't. So don't be upset about unrealistic expectations that you put on God. Take them off of yourself as well. Go into this year open to whatever the year presents. And then the other piece is this. If we're going to be made better, you all, let's be open to hear some of the difficult conversations. We heard a lot of difficult conversations in 2020. Sometimes we tuned out, we ignored, we walked away, we didn't want to hear them. Because sometimes the delivery wasn't always the best. But I challenge us to stand back and to say, as I'm standing here on the precipice of a new year, what opportunities are there for me to be made better? What billboards do I need to pay attention to? And do you know there's 366 in this book, but you have billboards that you need to offer other people. You have billboards that others can offer you. We're all in this thing together, you all. And so I just want to say thank you. Those are the two quotes. Those are two moments of inspiration I want to share with you. But I also want to say thank you. And I opened by saying thank you for sharing this time. Thank you for sharing this space. But I told you I also, as we have getting to the end of this year, that I wanted to offer a benediction. I wanted to extend a benediction for this year, the closeout of this year, as we get ready to go into another year. I don't know what the year has looked like for some of you, but here is my hope and here's my prayer for each of you, each of us, that for every defeat that we saw in 2020, we would experience a victory in 2021. That for every loss that we suffered in 2020, we would experience a win and a gain in 2021. This is my hope, this is my prayer for all of us. That for every setback that we encountered in 2020, that we would recognize the power of a comeback in 2021. My hopes, dreams, and prayers that for every ounce of sorrow that we experienced, that God would multiply our joy in 2021. And then here's one final one. That for every trial, every trying moment, every tribulation, every moment of turbulence that we experienced in 2020, my prayer is that we will recognize an unfathomable and inestimable kind of triumph. My hope, my prayer, is that we will recognize the full manifestation of what it means to be more than conquerors in 2021. I want to say that I trust, I pray that God's favor will go before you, that His peace will follow you, and that His grace will carry us, even through the moments that we can't carry ourselves. I want to share one final poem with you all for the year. And that poem comes from my second book, Thoughts Keep Flowing. 2020 was so unprecedented, such an unprecedented year. So I thought it would be appropriate to end the year by reading this poem, Never in This World. And it says, I've never seen a vision that I couldn't dream, or heard a song that I couldn't sing. I've never read a book that I couldn't write, or experienced a battle that I couldn't fight. A tree grows and the wind blows, knowledge flows, and boys knows the world owes him nothing. I've never loved a heart that I couldn't touch, or opened my soul to give so much. I've never known joy that I couldn't feel, or longed for peace that seems so real. An eagle soars and the ocean roars, courage pours and a man adores the world that abhors his strength. I've never believed a lie that I couldn't tell, or shared a thought that wouldn't compel. I've never known that kind of hope that settles for less, or had the energy to stop and rest. A mountain moves and the valley subdues, trouble confuse and people abuse, a world that proves their existence. Never in this world. Thank you all so much for sharing these about 900 seconds on this abridged formatted program of Let's Talk to Cutler. It has been an amazing year, and I'm looking forward to a continued journey every Tuesday and Thursday. Happy New Year, and until next week, until the next time we get together, make sure that you share, like, comment, share, and subscribe. But beyond that, you all, let's keep on building community, maintaining connectivity. Keep your heads up, keep your hopes up, stay safe, stay sane. Again, Happy New Year. My love to you all. Good night.
Would you do me a favor? Would you make sure that you like, comment, share, and subscribe?
Here's the 2021. I think I'm going to call it the year of the reset clock.